YouTube. Yesterday I went to a place called Pond Creek, which is basically between Freeland and Whitehaven in northeastern Pennsylvania, of course. I found there's a couple interesting things on this old map that I downloaded from the Pennsylvania Mind Map Atlas. We have two railroad companies here. One is Central Railroad of New Jersey, and then there's another one here I never heard of, but it is on this map, which kind of I found very intriguing. It's called the Wyoming Pond Creek Railroad. Because right here, these are the mines and slopes of Pond Creek. I'm not sure how many slopes are here. Like, I was at slope number 8 yesterday. It's not open, it's all caved in, but I wanted to go see it anyway, see if there was any remains. But there was slope 10 here. There's a slope over here that's not even labeled. It has 2 air shafts I found on this map. They had a coal cleaner here, and the slope that I was at is down here. And let me scroll down here a little bit. The slope I went to yesterday was slope number 8. They had an electric hoist, and I guess what they used to do here, since there was no railroad here, was they had like a coal plane, and they used to run the coal right down to the coal cleaner, and then I guess from there it would dump right into a railroad car, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here on this. There's a lot for me to explore. I've only like scratched the surface so far. But even over here, if I zoom in a little bit, you could see they had a boiler house here. Sorry about the work here. An office. They had a breaker way over here. They even had a hospital. If you could see that. Look at that hospital. That's pretty cool. And I don't know what this is. I mean, this is a dam, obviously. So was this like a little way for them to get water to the breaker to clean coal or what? Because like that almost looks like a sump, you know. So I'm guessing that that's what this was in the photograph. But there's so much here. There was a sawmill here. You see that ran on water. They had this pond here, and they had the channel diverted to run water. And there's also an abandoned road here. It just says abandoned. It wasn't a railroad. It was just a regular road. Let's go to the mind map now page. So yeah, here's a view with the mind map overlay. Let me take the mind map overlay off so you can see the current view. It's just all woods. The white is snow. It was taken in the winter time. And now, as you're in mind map Atlas, every time you zoom or switch positions, you got to wait for the page to reload. That's the only bad thing about this site, but other than that, I love this site. Great site. How long am I gabbing here? 3.5 minutes already. So, just want to show you just a little bit more before I show you the video. Come on, load. Yo, what are you doing to me here? Okay, there we go. Again, let me flip the overlay up. You can see the mine workings. Yeah, here they had a boiler house, hoist, another hoist for this slope. That's weird. This slope isn't labeled, like which one it was. Yeah, but you can see that this creek is called Pond Creek, so I guess that's why they got the name of the town. And then we'll go just one more spot over here to show you one more slope. As soon as it loads, of course. Yeah, here's is that it? Oh, it's over here, I'm sorry. Slope 10. So slope 10, slope 7, and then this is coming down from slope 8 where I was showing you earlier. There's 2 air shafts here. There's one here and one over here. And again, it says supplies, electric hoist, and transformer houses. None of that is there anymore, by the way, because if we fade the old image out and look at the current view, you can see there's a home there right now. But I think it's pretty bizarre how this white building, I don't know, I don't even know, maybe that is one of the original buildings that's still standing. Who knows? That would be my guess, but I have no way of knowing. I can't go there. It's private property. But too, you can see they had a railroad part coming in here, you know, to, I guess, to take the coal out. So yeah, and I said there was a slope here. That's slope 10. We fade back to the other image, and it's basically right in this guy's front yard. Okay, so it's probably buried. That's why I said when you build a house, sometimes you don't know what you're building on. All right, enough about this. Let's show you the video. Well, hello YouTube. It's good to be out again exploring. I was looking at the Mind Map Atlas, and as you can see, I got my GPS. Where am I? I am right here. This will focus. There's a mine here. There's a mine slope here, so we're going to go out and check it out. I'll let you know what I find. Talk to you in a bit. It's very grown in here, YouTube. I'm just treading carefully here because there's all these ferns on the ground. It's difficult to see where you're stepping and what you're stepping on. I'm wondering about snakes or whatever. You know, you never know. Just being careful. What the heck is all this stuff? Is this termites? Termite mess? See that? Yeah, we got a structure here. So, definitely Mind Map Index was correct on the coordinates of this slope. This must have been the hoisting structure. Yeah, I never knew this was here. It's close to home too. Kind of like blew my mind. I'm like, this is awfully close to home. That's why it helps to look at the Mind Map Index and find out what's near you. You don't have to be driving 40, 50 miles to find something. I don't know if this is open or collapsed. It's probably collapsed. It's looking like that already. Yeah, the slope would have been right here. It's probably collapsed. But you do see coal dirt and stuff. Yeah, we got coal dirt here. There's another slope near here. But I didn't see any indication on the map if you know, there wasn't any divots in the ground like you see here. That's a pretty deep hole. That's 20-some feet deep. Yeah, but it's probably caved in or collapsed, or who knows, maybe dynamited shut. But yeah, the slope was right here. I'd be coming up this way to that bank there. And it's right close to the road. Let's see where the mushrooms going. Yeah, so I wanted to come and see this old mine. So there's not much here to see, of course. Just a big hole in the ground. That's about it. Unfortunately. And we got banks here and stuff. And looks like there's a strip in here off to this side. Yeah, it's a little bit of a dugout here. There's nothing back in here. So it's close to home. I'm just looking to see if there's any other buildings here. It doesn't look it. No, it don't look like anything else is here. Well, that's it. That's the old slope. When I get back home, I'll see if I can find a name for what this slope was called at that time. I'll have said, it is on map index. That's how I found it. So if it has a name, we'll give that to you when I get back home. Figure that out. And not too bad walking in here. Yeah, it's just a shame it's collapsed. I keep finding these collapsed mines. Kind of depressing. You know, every time you think you find something good, you know, and it's not there. But the hoisting structure survived. It's about the only thing left here. There ain't anything else. Yeah, that other location is quite a walk. I don't know if I'm going to do that one today. I might save that for another day. Yeah, so this is all that's left. Just the hoisting structure. Nothing else. No other buildings, no foundations. So you can see slate here and other debris. And this is what I walked through and parked right there. This is what I walked through to get down here. It's pretty grown in with ferns. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see if we can't find anything else around here. Talk to you later.